So I'm delighted to say on the first half-time show here on Pars TV for 2025, we're joined by Comrie. And Aaron, congratulations, 200 appearances for the club. What does that mean to you?
That's amazing. To reach 200 games for any club's a good achievement, and it's something that I'm proud of and can look back when the day comes when I retire and hang up the boots that I'll be proud of.
You've been here for a few years now. Has KDM Group East End Park or the surroundings around it changed in that time?
There has been a few changes, but one thing that's no changed been my footwear. I've still got the Jomas on. I've had these, I think, since the day I signed. The only reason I bring it, McCann said to me the other day that I need to get another pair, but they've done me well so far. So, but apart from that, there's been a lot that's changed. A lot of personnel, changing rooms and stuff have changed. So, yeah, it's been good to sort of see it all.
Is the trainers one of those kind of traditions that footballers have, that if it's like a lucky charm?
I don't know about that. I think I'm tight, to be honest. Don't want to buy myself another pair. I was hoping Mo would produce and get me another pair, but they've done me well. Aye.
When you look back over your 200 appearances, a lot of highs and a lot of lows as well, but there must be a lot of maturity that's came throughout your game. How do you feel that you've progressed as a player and Dunfermline's helped you to have the career that you've had?
I think they've just been given a platform to go and play, and as the seasons go on, you sort of learn and you pick up tricks of the trade. And but I think the main thing's just sort of getting that run of games, and each season, each game, trying to get better as a player, and yeah, just sort of establish yourself as a first team player.
You mentioned there that you were proud of the achievement of hitting 200 games. When you first joined Dunfermline, was that ever a kind of target to be a long-term player for the Pars? Was that always something that you believed you could do, or is it something that's grew over time that you really felt home here at KDM Group East End Park?
I think when I first came, obviously, I was delighted to come and join such a big club. Coming from St Johnstone, I hadn't played much games, and I remember at St Johnstone we used to drive to Stirling Uni on a Tuesday and Thursday, and every day we'd drive by East End, and I always thought to myself I'd like that to be my next club, and that's the way it's panned out. And yeah, I've enjoyed my time here, and obviously you're going off 2-year contracts, but yeah, I'm just happy here and I like it here, so yeah.
We're talking about how you've matured as a player over the 200 games, but you've also been able to mature as a person off the park as well. You've got a family now, you've got other commitments off the field, so how do you feel that being settled here at Dunfermline Athletics really allowed you to kick on off the park as well?
Yeah, it's a big thing. Obviously you want to try and provide for your family first and foremost. When I first came, I had my partner at the time, but I was still staying at home with Mum and Dad. What chance you got, honestly. Yeah, still staying with my Mum and Dad.
Do you want to join in with the singing?
No, it's them two, honestly, them two all the time. Right, where was I there? Donuts, honestly.
And Comrie's only fan club across on the far side of the park.
I was still with my mum and dad when I first joined, but since then got my own house, and now I've got 2 kids, a boy and a girl, so that's got its own challenges, but sort of enjoy the role of being dad and looking after them.
How does having kids change your perspective, if at all, on being a football player? Does it make you more motivated to do them proud, or do you enjoy the fact that they are already or could potentially in the future come to games and watch you play? Does that give you that added extra spring in your step? Yeah,
definitely. I think the main thing is you need to provide, and you need to get contracts and make sure they're sorted. So But on the other hand, obviously the wee man's, he's been to a few games and he was here when we lifted the title. So all that stuff's really good memories. My wee girl, she's just turned 1, so I don't think she's been to a game yet. I think it's too much hard work for my missus, so the time will come where she has to bring the 2 of them.
Your wee boy's been in before, we saw him kicking the ball about. Great left foot on him. Have you been teaching him that, or has he been teaching you a few tricks of the trade there?
He was really into his football when he was younger, but now he's moved on to fighting. He loves his karate and taekwondo and all that stuff, so he's took a wee backseat for football. But he still goes to his wee class on a Monday morning, and he enjoys just running about and kicking the ball and whatever.
Well, you mustn't take that fighting from yourself, because you're one of those players that is very quiet and composed on the park, and it must be a real compliment to yourself that a lot of Dunfermline fans, when they speak about Aaron Comrie, the first thing they always say is Mr. Consistent. Whenever the time comes that you do retire and leave the football club, is that something that you look back on with pride as well, that was the kind of standard that you'd set and that's how the fans viewed you?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think it's a bad thing being consistent. I'm no one to sort of put myself out there, and I like to lay low and just sort of keep myself under the radar a wee bit. But yeah, looking back, I think that comes with why I've got to the 200 game mark, is because I've sort of shown a level over the years. So I think it's a good quality to have.
Well, it's been great to speak to you this afternoon. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.